Greetings Autobots and welcome to the first video of the new year. Sorry if I was absent during the Christmas season. I wanted to take time off to spend with my family and take a break from videos for a while. But now that the new year has rolled around, I'm back in action, and what better way to kick off the new year than by doing a special look at not one, but two figures. And these ones are quite special. And again, I show figures that I always like on this show, but these two in particular are connected. They're intrinsically tied to each other. You have one character and another who are inextricably linked. And these characters are the Siege Premium Finish Optimus Prime and the Siege Netflix Megatron. Now, you may be asking, Orbot, why are you doing a Premium Finish and a Netflix version? Because the Premium Finish Megatron is barely any different than the original Siege Megatron, and the Premium Finish Optimus Prime is spot on accurate to how he looks in the actual Netflix show. So, with all that cleared up, let's jump right in with the leader of the Autobots himself, Optimus Prime. Now, Optimus Prime here is a stylized Cybertronian flat-nosed cab truck. He doesn't have a trailer, though he does come with two accessories, which will just pop off for the vehicle mode. He has his ion blaster, and he has a dual accessory, because this can function as not only a shield, but also a battle axe. We'll show that more in the robot mode. But you can see here, Optimus is cast in a vibrant, sort of faded red plastic. It's a very unique shade of red for Optimus, and even the blue, it's a bit more, I would say, dull, but not visually boring. It's clearly meant to portray that sort of worn down, battle damage look that the characters in the Netflix show always had. With the little grey splotches of scuffs over here, the little cracks. Even on the windshield has a brilliant scuff detail around the sides. You've got some paint, like fake paint chips, and you've got cracks in the window cast in a vibrant lime green plastic, which I think looks really unique for Optimus. I mean, it helps that this figure itself is terrific, but this mold in particular, the Premium Finish version, really ramps up the show accuracy, because the original version barely had any of that battle damage seen in the show. But if you've watched the show, you'll know for a fact that Optimus has green highlights as well as battle damage all over, giving them that worn down warrior sort of look, which I just adore. Has some smokestack detail as well, little blacked out bits near the smokestacks. I do wish the smokestacks were a bit longer. Honestly, they kind of look ridiculously puny. It's better in robot mode, but I don't know, just kind of bothers me. Some nice detail here with the gas cans over here. I think it's painted on. Yeah, I think it's blue plastic painted over, but it's very durable, very good quality paint. Come onto the back here. The blue carries over, as well as that sort of, how do I describe that colour? It's like a sort of cream grey, if that's it, if that makes sense. Even carries over here. We've got the white, and then we've got that sort of faded grey across the front bumper and the little lights. So Optimus Prime, especially if you're a fan of accuracy, the Premium Finish is the way to go. But let's get stuck into the transformation, because I've been waiting to show this transformation since I started filming this channel, because this guy is for many the definitive G1 Optimus Prime. So let's get stuck in. First, what I like to do is just come around to the front here and take the wheels and flip them down, and for fun, if you want, you can take the wheels, fold them in, and then you can have a hover mode, kind of like in the Cybertron games. You'd have the vehicles sort of faux transform, so the wheels would bend in and then they would hover, so they could be little hovercrafts. But that's not actually part of the steps, but it is fun to do, so why not? Next, you're going to want to take the gas cans and separate them from the thigh. There's a little slot and a tab that goes into it, so you're just going to want to, yeah, I'll turn around so you folks can see it better. Just find a grip, and there we go. A little bit finicky, that one. Let me just move the accessories over. Then what we're going to want to do is just come around to the legs, free these little bits, flip them in, and tap them in like so. separate the legs, rotate at the thigh, 180, take the wheels and then open them or free them up from that hinge that is used to show the fake hover or the hover mode, and then flip them in so they tab into the other side. Close this panel, and then you're going to want to lift this little section of the panel up, fold it in like so, and then as you see there, it will fit into this little slot. There's a tab that will go into a slot. If I just angle it right, yeah, there we go. And then what you're going to want to do is take the feet and flip out the toes and the heel, and there you have a leg all done. So, second leg, just the same as the first. Flip in the foot or the wheels, take that tab, open it up, close it in like so. Take the toes and heel, flip them out and rotate at the thigh. And then you have the, you could have a walk and truck mode. Truckosaurus Rex. There we are. He looks like he's, I don't know, he's half transformed. He's like, I don't know, he's drunk or something. What I want to do is just open these little panels, or yeah, you're going to want to free up these panels here. This is where it gets a little bit, well, I'd say fidgety, but it's really not that tricky. What you want to do is just free that up and open those slightly so there's enough room for you to lift this entire part up. Then you're going to want to flip this in and flip these little panels in, and then bring that down so it sits flush. And you're going to want to flip up his head, and then close over his truck pecs. Take the arm, open it out, and then you're going to want to take this little side piece here, flip it in, and it will fit into this little groove, and then flip down the window part, and it will sit like such. Do the same thing on the other side. Take that out, flip that in, flip this around. Hit the camera there. There we are. It's been a while since I did this, so maybe a little bit rusty. And then you're going to want to accordion the wheels up the way, and just, not just yet, you're going to want to push them in so they sit like so. So see them on the other side, accordion it in and click it in. And then you're going to want to take this whole crotch assembly and just bring it up and plug it in so it sits like that. Bring down the arms. And finally, you're going to come around to the back, take this little piece here, flip it around, and plug it in. And there you have Optimus Prime in his robot mode. And I love this design, especially given that it's basically G1 Optimus, but Cybertron in terms of its design. It's very alien, but it's got all the classic G1 Optimus hallmarks, the bright, vibrant red, the windshield, or the front of the truck being his chest, the head sculpt. I'd say the head sculpt is damn near perfect. Like the baby blue, and then you have it cast against the slightly more faded shade of blue. And it just carries over all that battle damage, and it just accentuates the detail of this guy, makes him look even more awesome than he already is. Because you have like this distinctly battle damaged alien Optimus Prime. Well, it's already an alien, it's a bit redundant to say that, but you know what I'm trying to say. And I think this guy looks absolutely terrific in robot mode. And even the back kibble, the backpack, is actually show accurate, because if you've watched the show, the characters' designs are essentially 100% accurate to the toys, so there's no cases of inaccuracy or needing for a studio series, because they are essentially pinpoint accurate. There's no need to branch out for a studio series release if they ever made one, because this is as accurate as you can get for a transforming version, and not the, I think it's the 3.0 Siege Optimus Prime, which I don't think transforms, so it's not really my cup of tea. But there are people who like it, and can't argue with that. So, let's talk accessories. As I mentioned before, Optimus Prime comes with his Iron Blaster, but he also comes with this shield, which you can plug in to any of the 5mm ports. You can have it here, or here on the arms, and you can just plug it in. So he wears it like a shield. So you can got a nice little Autobot insignia there, picked out in black paint. But why I prefer to display this weapon is if you take the handle, or what will be the axe handle, and just bring it down, then you're going to use your fingernail, and there's a little bit right here. You may be able to see it. It's kind of hard to see it because there's black all around it. But if you just lift this little bit here and then bring this out, you have a battle axe for Prime. So you just pop that in there. You can have him wielding that. That, you know, reminds me, there was a fella called, I think it's ASMR Retro. I apologise if I'm getting their name wrong, but they actually made a video on this exact Transformer, though it wasn't the premium finish version, but it was the Siege Optimus. And I suppose in a way this, who knows, they might even actually see this video, so if by any chance you see this, hey, I'm a big fan. I've been watching your stuff for a while and I love your Transformer stuff, which is a not so subtle way of me saying, please make more of it. I love it. Oh, boys, a dear. Yeah, I'm a bit giddy, but anyhow, you know, it's always fun just to have fun. You know, there's no point in doing things in life if you don't enjoy yourself. Like, there's no point in being an adult if you can't be childish. That's what I think. So, let's talk posability. And, oh my goodness, just look how cool this guy looks. He's got a giant sawed-off battle axe, and then he's got his iconic ion blaster. Like, this guy is the quintessential Optimus Prime. He just looks amazing. But Prime is rocking a pretty impressive set of posability, as his arm can do just about over 90 at the elbow. You can rotate fully at the forearm, can go up that far, full degree of rotation at the shoulder. Let's get him into a pose while we do it. Pardon me, while we do that. You can actually move his legs out that far. You can kick up about that far before his crotch impedes the way. Over 90 degrees, well over 90 degrees of bend at the knee, so he's got an incredible range of posability. And I forgot to talk about the head. The head is on a ball joint, so it can look up that far and down that far. And you can strike some pretty cool poses with this guy. But let me do. Let me see. Oh, I like this one. There we are. There we are. Just bring the legs sort of down. There we are. Just have to rotate it a little bit at the leg, but go away, Megatron. No one likes you. Let's move him out of the way. But you have this really, really articulated Optimus Prime that just hits on every level. For me, this guy is pretty much one of my favourite shelf bots. I often take Transformers out of my box and set them up in a shelf where I post them, look at them, admire them, take photos, etc. You know, just fun stuff. And this guy is pretty much near the top candidate for shelf bots. Just the detail, posability, the fun factor, it all comes together to make such a perfect toy. And not even just a great toy, but a brilliant Optimus Prime. Just in every way, I think this guy excels, especially in the detail. But let's do another one. Let's try and strike another pose with him. Let's give him a more. Let's give him like a battle pose. He's lifting his gun. He's ready to charge into battle. I'd imagine him saying something like, "Autobots, we stand on the brink of extinction. Should we fail, the Decepticons will take over this planet and leave nothing but destruction in its wake." Something like that, you know, Optimus Prime things. Just Prime things. But yeah, I mean, this is me just being a broken record at this point, like, but full disclosure, I don't care, this guy's amazing, and you should totally get him. Like, if you can't get the premium finish version, get the Siege Optimus in any other variant, because he's terrific. In fact, I even think, there's one variant I wish I had, and it's the Nemesis Prime repaint, because, spoilers if you haven't seen the War for Cybertron trilogy, but Nemesis Prime is actually in it, and he's essentially the exact same as this Optimus, but completely black with teal and like bright pink highlights. and I just think he looks amazing. It's so scary seeing an Optimus Prime as a villain, but I digress. Let's do the reverse transformation for Optimus Prime. So, I like to start with the legs. So, while I transform Optimus, I think I'll just talk about the last few weeks or so. As I said at the start of this video, I was absent from the channel for a while, but it was because I wanted to spend time with my family during the Christmas season. I had a pretty good Christmas. Well, pretty good it is, honestly, understating it. A great time was had. I was invited up by a family member, and we ate and ate and ate until we couldn't anymore. We sat and watched Doctor Who together, and we just had a great time playing Jenga, mucking around, having a laugh. It was amazing. It's the times like that that you really remember, and it may sound cheesy, I'm aware, but it really is true. You know, it's the moments that you share with friends and family that make it all worthwhile. There we are. Because you never know. One day it could all just be taken from you like that. One day it could all just stop. It could all come to an end. So cherish every single day you have with your friends and family. It may not seem that special, but every day counts. Never forget that, folks. Every single day counts. You know, I forgot a step. It's one of those things that I hope to cultivate with this channel, is a spirit of community and friendship where people can just be themselves. We don't have to be ashamed of our collections, our interests. Some people enjoy reading comic books or drawing manga or reading different kinds of stories. Some people enjoy collecting all different kinds of things, objects, toys. At the end of the day, that's all harmless. That's all what we do, and I think it's amazing. There's a friend of mine who absolutely loves Doctor Who, and he's actually a fan of the channel, and the Fifth Doctor, for him in particular, is a very, very close, hits very close to home for him, as he relates very strongly with that character's perspective on things. And I just think that's wonderful that people are able to connect with a fictional character in that way, where they see themselves in a character. He's being a little bit finicky with me here. I got him. And with all that being said and done, that is Optimus Prime back in his truck mode. Well, I hope you folks enjoyed that little ramble and Optimus Prime video. It felt great to hop back into the saddle. I apologise if my commentary is a bit off or if I seem somewhat rusty. I must confess it has been a while since I sat in front of a camera, so my commentary may not be up to snuff, as it were, but I always like to make my videos come from the heart. You know, there's no scripts. The only script or need for a script would be for an audio roleplay, but everything else, I just grab a figure or a book and I just wing it, you know? It's more fun that way. It's a good bit of a laugh. So, with all that being said and done, that was the Transformers Premium Finish Siege Optimus Prime. Stay tuned tomorrow for part 2 of the Netflix Megatron. Till all are one.